So the other day I saw two Indian guys because this place is full of them for some reason. Two Indian guys, kind of topless, of course, and of course, goes without saying. So, and one guy's shorter and the other guy's not. So they're just like this guy like this and walking past me, and they're just like really dejected and like, bro, everything's changed, bro. It's all shit, bro. Everything has changed, man. I'm like, what's changed? You don't hold hands anymore. Is that what's changed? Huh? Is this like the new revolution where you're holding shoulders instead and maybe getting a little bit of nipple action, Good one, nice one. So, this reminded me of something called a circle jerk. I don't know if you've heard of this. Anyone? Circle jerk? It's actually, it's exactly what it says. A bunch of guys get together, form a circle, and they jerk each other off. Can you imagine? Yes. I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised it took that long to exist, And I think it exists mostly in the United States of fuck you. Land of the weird and unholy and sick and twisted and deformed and funny as fuck. And so I'm thinking India needs a National Circle Jerk Day. Just because you have this majority of kids and adults, sometimes males, who go around holding hands. They may not be gay, but they go around holding hands in public and being like, yeah, don't fuck with us. Yeah. All macho and shit, but holding his hand, right? Why not? They're a huge fucking majority. It's not even like a tiny gay cult or something. It's just a fucking huge majority. So why not address their needs, So we need a National Circle Jerk Day, and where they convene at every street corner, do their wild thing, and they go home happy and satisfied and whatever. It's just everyone's happy and so it becomes like a festival, like a religious festival, and there's a build up to it. There's even a National Circle Jerk Day flag, which is, of course, it's white, pure white, with a little circle in the middle. And within the circle, there's two hands intertwined. And so the street vendors have a blast. They start selling it like a month before, and they can finally afford a meal at McDonald's, and so they go around selling this shit. And they got it on cars, and everyone's waving this flag around. The kids and blah blah blah, who are hoping to be in the circle very soon. And then so just go, this build up to this festival. It could be and then finally they convene at this corner, and then they do their thing, but and then while they're doing it, you have the whole joint family gathered on balconies, and even the grannies are going woo, and all the kids are going yay, and that's my Chandu over there, it's my Chandu. Look at him, and the neighbors are like, oh, you must be so proud, and they go, yes, we are proud. He's Chandu, Chandu, and so. So it becomes like a national phenomenon, right? And then at some point they realize that it's too short. It's like the build-up is so much. It's like, and so they decide to make it a contest. Who lasts the longest? And so the record shoots up all the way to 1 minute 30 seconds. Because these boys have never been touched before by any hand other than theirs. And it stays there, the record sticks somehow. And then they're just like, oh, Ian, this is too short. Let's have rounds instead. So round one, and then there's a huge break in the middle, maybe half an hour or something, obviously. And then a little girl goes around toweling them off. We're like 12 years old or whatever. And they call her Didi. It's not about sex, right? They call her Didi, so little sister. And all Indians are my brothers and sisters, you know this, right? From childhood. It's in our school books. Yeah, so She goes around toweling them off, and then another little girl who's maybe even younger than 12 and who's actually engaged to be married to a 50-year-old businessman who's out of town on that day, whatever. And then she goes around with this jar of Vaseline, kind of, slathering and lubricating and accelerating the process of getting them into round two. Now round two, and then it goes on, and the time between the rounds gets longer and longer until everyone passes out, and even the power of Vaseline doesn't do shit. Everyone just passes out, and even power of Vaseline, no power left. Power is gone completely. So. Yeah, and then the next day, national newspapers, all the pictures, everyone is going, colorful pictures and articles, and on the headline, the front page of every newspapers, and everyone is thrilled, and everyone, they can't wait for next year, and all the families are like, they want their kids to participate, but you have to be at least 13 and chosen by popularity, which means a lot of gang leaders and murderers get into that inner circle. And then this businessman, he's out of town, and he sees this picture, and he just feels this glowing kind of pride, because this girl has become his future wife. She's become like a national heartthrob, this celebrity. She's dethroned all the Deepikas and Trinas and Karinas and blah, blah, who are actually considering an alternative career after they retire. And he's looking at her, and he's like, wow, I'm going to groom my future wife for international contests if it goes viral. And Mr. Bertolucci would direct the movie, of course, at some point. So you see, I've thought this thing through, and I'm going to write a letter to the president proposing this circle jerk thing. And I'm sure he's going to give me a Medal of Dishonor at some point. But what I really want to be, is this guy when I grow up. Oh, where is it? Damn it!
Where's that guy?
Fuck you. This is totally part of it. This is the guy I want to be. As president of the National Circle Jerk Association, I'd like to read out my nominations for right-hand man, also known as vice president, and treasurer, whose job is to go around collecting sperm. Now, the future sperm of this country, who are going to be they love this shit. The sperm of this country that is so important, and to hone the future upstanding penises, that is my job. Because we are a nation of youth, and the youth must be addressed, and the circle jerk makes everything look amazing. I'd just like to say that as president of this council, I forgot everything. By the way, what is secretary? What is the update? Sir, nothing much has changed. We came and we wanked and we came. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, I want to continue honing the future penises of our country so that they can enter our prized institutions such as the army, the navy, the church, boys' schools, homes for the aged, and the mentally challenged. Thank you very much, and that'll be all. Okay, that was my as president. Wait, it's not finished. That was his speech, which I fucking lost in this. Fuck off speeches.